Kitchen 216 is a culinary events venue. Whether your occasion is a celebration, corporate function, or team building event, each experience is designed for you. DeMassimo's authentic sauces bring families together at the table. Create memories and share stories over a meal together, and let the sauce of our family become a tradition in yours.
I'm Monica, and this is my friend Tony.
Monica's a classically trained chef, and I'm your everyday home cook. Together, we're cooking in the kitchen to bring you chef-inspired recipes, the great things you have at restaurants, and you're able to make them at home. If I can do it, you can do it.
So together, we're the chef and busy cook.
Today we're going to be cooking chicken parmesan. It's a classic Italian-American favorite. It's something Monica and I both grew up with at home all the time. It's on just about every restaurant menu. And it's not as difficult to make as you may think. I make a disaster out of it with these like monster bread hands, but Monica's going to show us and talk a little bit about how we're going to make it easier and not so messy.
Yeah, so I'll show you the proper way to butterfly chicken, the 3-part breading technique, which is super easy. So essentially you have one wet hand and one dry hand. So very easy, very clean. Food safety is super important.
And after we cook it, we're gonna also show you how to make a couple of variations on this classic dish so that you can impress your friends and family, colleagues, whoever comes over to your house. Even if you know someone who may cook better than you, like I do, they're gonna still love this and be really impressed when they come over for dinner.
So let's cook some chicken parm. You wanna start with the pasta first because it's gonna take the longest, to cook and prepare.
Monica and I are both Italian.
Yeah.
So we grew up with our moms and grandmas, cooking all the time?
All the time. They'd spend hours in the kitchen just trying to master their sauce.
Exactly, hours. Well, most of us today have families. You don't have time to cook in your kitchen for 4 hours and make the perfect sauce. Fortunately, Monica's family does have a sauce business, so we're using the DeMassimo's pasta sauce, which is great. It's got everything you need in it. It's already prepared. You just heat it up on the stove.
Before we bread our chicken, we're actually gonna start with the eggplant, so we wanna make sure that everything is food safe. Here we have our flour, our egg wash, and breadcrumbs. So we have our whole eggplant here, and we're just gonna slice a few thin slices. What is super important in breading, you wanna make sure that you're using one hand for wet ingredients and one hand for dry ingredients. That will help you avoid those monster hands that this guy usually...
It's always happening. And you can see the way she lets them soak in the egg a little bit. I usually just go boom, boom, boom. It's not the right way to do it.
You can kind of see, that the eggplant doesn't have an excess of flour, an excess of breadcrumbs. There is an egg wash dripping off of the eggplant. It's very neat, if you will. And look at my hands. So next up is our chicken, right? The main part of the dish. I'm gonna show you how to butterfly a chicken.
Not saw at it like I normally do.
Right.
And it cooks nice and even, it looks perfect.
And so any chef knife will do. So we are just gonna nice and evenly slice through the chicken. And so now you essentially have 2 great pieces. So same process as we did with the eggplant breading. I am going to saute both the eggplant and the chicken.
I used to always put the oil in, then turn the pan on, which is probably what everybody does, and that's not the way you're supposed to do it because the oil doesn't heat up correctly, right, Monica? Isn't that what you told me?
Correct. Yeah, yes. I did.
I do learn, folks.
Yeah.
I pay attention and I listen. Not all the time, but I try.
He's an okay listener.
The other key is not to put too much oil in the pan because you're not trying to deep fry the stuff.
Right.
You're just trying to
job,
give it a little crunch.
Just a little.
And then we'll cook it a couple minutes on each side and then we'll finish it off in the oven.
And our sauce is heating up nicely too.
So now that the chicken is perfectly cooked, we put it on a parchment-lined baking tray. So we're gonna work on building a couple different variations. So you just got one of these prosciutto rolls, which they sell pretty much at any major grocery store. So I'm just using a regular steak knife, and Monica's probably having a heart attack at my cutting technique.
What are you
It's not
doing?
as perfect. It's gonna be covered by the
Let me
sauce.
show you how to do it. Where's my knife?
See, folks, she can't stand if it's not right.
This is a mess.
It's
Let me
warm.
show you.
We'll see how she does.
Okay, let the knife do the work.
Very nice. Even at room temperature, she can do it, folks.
Remember what I said about sharp knives?
So we can
There
just
you
put a
go.
couple of these, Monica's perfect ones, my not so perfect ones. They get covered with sauce, so if yours aren't perfect, don't worry, no one will see them. And then the other one we're gonna do is with an eggplant. We're just gonna take actually some frozen spinach here. And then this is about 8 ounces of ricotta cheese. You just buy it at the grocery store and you just essentially mix it in, do whatever it takes. You just wanna get this job done. So dinner can get on the table. And I just take a nice big amount and put it on the chicken. You really just want it to coat the chicken and lay on it really nice. So this way it gets nice and melty and bubbly. And then the final one, we're gonna just do the traditional style. So Monica's gonna finish off with the sauce.
A couple ounces will do per chicken. All right. Oh,
That looks good
it
already.
smells so good.
After she's finished saucing these, we're gonna put them in the oven. And while she's doing that, we drained our pasta earlier.
You already have, the same sauce that we used for the chicken, so we're just going to dress up the pasta.
While the chicken is cooking in the oven, Monica beautifully plated pasta. In the meantime, I also opened up a nice bottle of red wine. And this is one of Monica's favorites here, so.
Oh, I love it. Oh, look at what we did.
Okay, you ready to dig in?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's really good.
Oh my gosh.
So what would you say the secret to this is?
So I think there's 2 secrets. 1, the 3-part breading technique, a must. 2, amazing sauce.
I think there is one other ingredient to a really good chicken parm. A good friend to share it with.
You got that right. Cheers.
Cheers.